Alright friend, welcome back to your not so daily dose of Battle Brothers. Sincerely apologize for not being able to crank these out regularly. Life and work has been absolutely bonkers, but I'm finished studying for this year. And God, just hope that I can return to streaming at some point, but it's so hard. Right, so we had that bloody annoying fight where one of our dudes died to the nightmare bastards. What am I holding on to the crossbow for? I think it is for one of the new backline lads. The Shamshears, I kind of want to get rid of. The fencing sword is just crap unless it's given to someone who's like built from the ground up to use it. $12,000 gold, so I think we can afford now to retire Geralt, because Geralt unfortunately is just kind of rubbish. Okay defense, crap melee offense. He served well. I mean, he's done his best. Thank you, mate. On your way. Off you go. One other thing, Janks should be on the inside flank, because obviously he's less survivable than Olaf is. Now, can we improve these nimble numbers? 42%, 47. Okay, so interestingly, the basic male 130 for 12, noble 160 for 15. Actually tells you a lot about the noble male. I mean, it is pretty damn good, don't get me wrong, but like, what's an extra 5% of damage going through, so 5% of... I'm sure some of you math geniuses would be able to point out how I'm wrong. I don't quite know what to do with that noble male now. I mean, these leather lamellar armors do appear to be excellent for archers. They're like perfect. It gets us straight down to 40% damage. I think I'm not going to agonize about it too much. I have so much grinding to do. We need to get some fresh bodies in. Before we go any further, I need to do some housekeeping. Okay, so I wanted 9 frontline lads, which is 3 greatsword lads, because I just want to note what it is that I need hiring wise. Where's my Battle Brothers notes here? So I need to have 3 greatsword lads. I'm pretty sure I've only got 1 or 2. Greatsword 2. Okay, so we need a greatsword lad. 1 great sword lad. Dagger lads. Eventually I want 3 assassins. Let's get all the dagger boys together. This is the 1 assassin we want to keep. But you know, the more I go on with it, the more I kind of think that I want to kind of keep these dagger lads. I mean, like, getting rid of Sandvone is going to be such a pity with 96 melee skill and 48 melee defense. He's fucking amazing. What if I make 2 of them assassins and then just keep Sandvone? I mean, 96 is so good. So let's say I've got my 3 dagger lads. Keep them like that. Then tanks, we've got 3. 1, 2, 3. Although I do need to replace Janks because he's light armor. So I need 1 tank lad in brackets heavy armor. Okay, and then obviously you need 1 bannerman and 1 sergeant. Our sergeant, okay, we've got our sergeant. I need 3 archers. So if I'm going to have 7-person backline with 3 archers, potentially, That means I need 2 other pole users, but I will need 5 polearm users in total when I'm not using the archers. So where are the polearm boys? How many do we have? We've got, let's see, polearm 1, polearm 3, polearm 4. Okay, so polearm, where do they start? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I actually need a polearm lad as well. I think I'm happy with my archers. 94 on Ralston obviously is amazing. 84 on Mizuma is middling, but I mean he's got the skills and perks that I want. And Wolf, 82 at 9 with 2 skier. He'll push 90 before we know it, so that's good. We'll keep him as well. Jiro the polearm lad. Jero. Alright. On with the grind. I think one of my... Here we go. Did I make the decision that I was going to switch to throwing axes? I mean, the armor pierce against the super heavy armor enemies like orcs. It was really disappointing even with Duelist. So Duelist is feeling a little bit like a wasted perk, if I'm honest. Raided and plundered, right, good. Bring in the boots to Horum. Where to? Muck and Mark. Yeah. I want to be almost exclusively clearing out locations like this and like that. Ooh, another Saleh helmet. I think we do need one of those. Yep, we sure do. I think I have enough heaters, I'm fairly sure. Ooh, even a living tree. Okay, it's the swordsmen that need that, I'm fairly sure. Okay, I've got enough heater shields then. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quick bandage check. Good for bandages. If I click sell here, you guys are going to freak, aren't you? Just no. We're still very unpopular in the southern states, aren't we? Or no, actually, they're not annoyed with us. Just about to get dark. I would guess, if I was a betting man, that this fight would include ghosts. But actually, we still have some injured boys. I probably should have taken that delivery mission. It would have given me time to do some healing. Goblins, no thanks. 2 dozen opponents in battle, that's much easiest. 5 fights in the arena could be quite quick. But let's do 2 dozen enemies, which we'll probably get by clearing out one of these castles with a bunch of zombos in it. But I think for the foreseeable future, let's just bounce around the southern states, hitting the arena and doing some missions whenever we can. Oh god, no. Cripples. Up to 62, so Manhunt is actually a really good option for us. Very nice and accurate. But we need Greatsword, Tank, or Polearm. He's rolled maximum melee skill. This could justifiably be a Polearm lad. Or a fencer, but I could replace one of the Greatsword lads with a fencer. I mean, this has got, you know, high initiative dodge written all over it. Why don't we make Ghalib He's night blind, but he's got an iron jaw. I mean, the thing is, we're going to struggle to do better to get a good, you know, a nice melee skill, melee accuracy. This is not bad either, but he isn't much better. 57 and 2 stars. For a great sword lad, he needs at least stars in melee defense. I mean, 5 out of 5 is nice. But a great sword lad needs a lot of fatigue. No, not good enough. Costs 10 per day. Iron Jaw I like. Night Blind kind of sucks. But I mean, he wouldn't really be shooting his crossbow at night meaningfully anyway. I think he'll make a fine polearm lad. That being said, Jero needs to do some leveling up. I've got a lot of lads that need to like level up. We're already carrying 18 boys. I think I'm going to hang on to hiring anybody now until Jalmar is 11 and Jero is 11. Valwolf Nomads can certainly do that. Hunt down what kills people in the desert. This could be those stone bastards. Udarwolf pelt, yes please. Help trophy necklaces. Cat's potion would be better if we had someone who can actually use it better. I mean, eventually we need iron wool potions for one of the legendary fights, but I don't think I need to bother actually with it at the moment. 135 for 9, that's really good. And I'm actually going to replace this because I want the resolve reduction. So that's the entire front line with wolf pelts. And then whose resolve kind of sucks? Your resolve kind of sucks. Answers that question. Let's go hunt some bandits for these boys. It's tempting to stockpile fire lancers as well. Flash pot, we could try a flash pot and have some fun with a Catal dagger, but that's so expensive. Potion of knowledge, cat potion, initiative. Oh, those are too expensive, and we've dropped down to 6,000 gold. Many outlaws and some archers. I think I want to be fighting these nerds at night, but oh well. I also don't want to wait around the whole day. Well, they're coming towards us, helpfully enough. One of these campaigns, I'm gonna head straight to the south and see if I can make it right from the beginning in the south. And I suspect I might live to regret that. But I've always wanted to try that. I've encountered some of you lads in chat who have said that it's easy and it's a good way to farm great stuff, but Lord, it just seems miserable fighting these guys right from the beginning. But perhaps as with almost everything in this game, it's a matter of the correct tactics. How do you miss that, Ralston? Lads. Reaping, Moloch. Any tauntage? 50% chance, not gonna kill him. Let's just shield up against that hammer. That hammer must still be respected. Great hit. Pierce chance, 20%. I'll just knock back. Okay, that drops his shield. But I think I want to keep charging down these archers instead. Trying to stab this dude feels kind of pointless, but I tried it anyway. It's those low to hit chances when I really wish that I had fast adaptation. Good lord, Ralston. 92 accuracy, and that's like what, 6 arrows in a row you've missed. Oof, almost. Get stabbed, nerd. We're gonna live to regret that. These guys are gonna pull daggers out and dagger him, aren't they? Although there's an outside chance that these nerds don't actually carry daggers. I think they carry little maces or something. It's the beauty of a tank. They can't hit him. Although he's not even a tank, he's a greatsword lad. Oh, good lord, good dodging. Okay, they do carry knives. Finally, it's on. Well done. Oh, it never ceases to amuse. I'll tell you what, the archers really have performed in this fight. Well, doesn't matter. So now let's go do that kill what terrorizes mission. And I can't help but wonder what it is we're going to be up against. If it's going to be the Ifrit, we then need to make sure that what am I going to put defense? Okay, +3 there is pretty damn good. We need to make sure if it's Ifrit, we need to make sure that we use the kite shields for the range defense. Ferdinand, I think you can go ahead and take Berserk now. You've already got Nimble. Hit points aren't too bad. Let's take Berserk. Do we keep any of this stuff? I don't think so. Don't need the 3-handed maces or any of that stuff. Just trying to free up some inventory space here. Spices, 390. It's not a bad price, actually. We can almost make profit off of this now. Do one more mission here. Hopefully become a little bit more popular. Get those prices down even further. Cut down what kills people in the desert. Please be hyenas. I'm just thinking that when it comes to armor attachments for the back line, okay, it's Ifrit, as expected. When it comes to the armor attachments for the back line, they... What was I going to say? The backline polearm users are generally going to be wearing light armor, and I think they will benefit more from the plus initiative that gets conferred by the hyena attachments, rather than the resolve reduction. I think that's going to be better for them. Now, Big Hairy, I know you're the greatsword user, but we'll just give you Shamshir and Kite Shield. Who's got the highest range defense? 26, 29 here on Sandvern. Good. Okay. And then polearms, or even better, axes. I think axes are even better than war scythes. Leave the ranged lads behind. They don't really do anything against Ifrit. 53. I'm looking at who's got the highest melee skill. I mean, maybe Rolston just attacks with a pike, really. I don't even bother. Level 9. Okay, let's give you a go like that. +10 chance to hit. I don't think you can net Ifrit. We can try it. I'm fairly certain you can't set them on fire either, so that's a waste of time. These dagger lads ain't gonna do shit though with the weapons they've got. Let's hope we can do this without too many casualties, because these things fucking hurt. Right, so we are gonna stay put with our shields up on the front line, have the back line do the chopping. And if... I actually probably didn't need to fortify the front line yet, because they're gonna take a whole turn gathering before they even throw one of their lads. In fact, I can probably just end the whole turn. Actually, I had that pole mace. I probably should have equipped that on someone. Maces and blunt weapons obviously work so well against these things. Okay, backline, just wait. Front line, shield up, and I think hold your other action in case you have something in range that you can attack. Okay, runs at us. Awfully generous. I have found in the past that, like, if I try to run them down into melee range with larger effort, they then tend to melee attack, and that hurts. Hell, I don't want to do that. But this really is one of the enemies I haven't fought that much. And the memories I have of doing well against them is just doing this, just staying put, waiting for them to throw one at you, and then just kill it as it lands near you. And by maintaining a shield wall with kite shields, these lads are very unlikely to hit you. But let's see. Did he need to put his shield up? Maybe. Owie. What was that hit chance? It shouldn't have been very high. 15% chance, and he rolled 15. Well, that's just unlucky. I think actually I'm going to try close in. Because I mean, it's going to take so many rounds to kill them. They're going to get so many attacks off, and if they're attacking at like 20%, they're going to hit some of them. And so maybe having the big ones attack us in melee would suck, obviously, if they hit, but I can bring more lads into contact and therefore deal more damage faster and end the fight faster, thereby taking less attacks overall. Am I overthinking this? I'm overthinking this, aren't I? I mean, Janks, you got 46 melee defense. It's just, let's try. But now, wait, what was that chance to hit in melee? 21, because only 2% more likely to hit in melee. So then, okay, I suppose charging them is the right thing to do then in that case. Wait, is it just me? I thought adrenaline cost 3 AP. Did that change? Did I miss a note? Interesting. Oh yes, I remember now why I don't charge them, because like you try to attack one, but it just gets absorbed and then you don't get to kill it. And then you spend all this time attacking a large one, but then it just throws an enemy at you and it counts as like a new unit. So you have to just attack the little ones. Because these daggers don't do anything. If I taunt, hoping that that will stop it from like regrouping or doing something else that'll make it change its shape, because I don't want it changing shape. No, if I kill a big one, it just splits into a smaller one, so there's no point in attacking any of these things unless they are tiny. Just to confirm for myself, you can't yet. You can net them. That's very surprising. God, Malik. This is comical. I spent God knows how many attacks on this thing, and it's just gonna split. It still isn't dead. Well, I mean, assuming we get through this without any fatalities, we're going to get sulfur. Kill some hyena, combine that with hyena split. One thing I wonder though is, so I killed the big one, does that count as 5 small ones or 4 small ones? Because there's 2 small ones, and that's 2 small ones. So like, was it an overall waste of time killing that thing? If a big one is 5, it's not a waste of time. If it is 5, it is a waste of time. Are we? I'm assuming it can't be injured, just like undead, so it's pointless trying to attack it. With that sword wounding ability. Okay, so the one says that the bigger fit is 2 medium-sized ones, so yeah, attacking a big one is that was pointless. So all of that means that then you need to focus down the small ones. Well, that's obvious, but like, staying back and just killing the small ones as they throw them at us. I'm kind of feeling like that is the way to go. Headbutt is still tank. I hate how it says it doesn't tell you how much hit points damage it does. Until wasn't one of the tanks I wanted to replace. God fucking damn it. I'm beginning to remember why I got so annoyed with this bloody game. I'm having memories now of one of the other long campaigns where I got so fucking annoyed with the game. I'm starting to remember why. It was that so many of the enemy types force you, if you want to play safely, into tactics that are so bloody boring and dandy. And it's just about, you know, keeping risks low all the time. Because the negative consequences are so much greater than the positive consequences. Anyway, any of you lads watching House of the Dragon? I started watching it. It's exceptionally good. It's really taking me back to those first 4 seasons of the original Game of Thrones, and I'm like, oh man, it's good. Loving it. It doesn't have that top-notch production feel of those first 4 seasons of Game of Thrones, but Really, really enjoying it, and I'd recommend it. Bloody gory. It's way more gory than Game of Thrones was, but I think the creators needed to do that just to kind of send a signal that this isn't a, you know, joke Game of Thrones that seasons 5 to 8 was. This is real, you know, fantasy that fucks. So we haven't put kite shields up in front, but they're going to attack on the next turn, but my initiative is going to be higher. I like our high ground placement. Let's just stay where we are. Okay, so I'm basically deciding not to use shield wall for these first few ranged attacks. Let's see how that goes. Okay, we got away with it. The attack accuracy was 48, which actually is way too high. That is really scary. So I think then, unless there's already an enemy in range, let's keep the shield wall up, shall we? Uh-oh. Was that a level 2 that just threw one at it? I thought only the level 3s can do that. That's interesting. Are we... The swords are performing okay actually against these things. And I don't see these guys throwing enemies kits. Let's change the formation a little bit. Maybe to move some guys around, because enemies that are hitting here are splashing to the back, so I should maybe leave those squares open. And then have the ones that splash there go straight into us around. Still want to maintain that high ground though. So I'm thinking what we want is 2 lines, an open space, and then the other 2 lines. Let's see how that works. Shields up on the front line, obviously. That front line. This is... I'll move him around here. I don't like that angle. Hold. Stay where you are. Okay. Alright. Yes, this is going to work. I'm a genius. You're not going to throw attacks at that lad. And as we saw in the last fight, going toe-to-toe is just not an option. This is dull though, having to be so patient and wait for them to throw stuff at you. If I leave here, then Ferdinand is going to get a rock thrown at his head. Shield up. I don't think they can throw this far, so these lads will be okay. Shield up. Fine there. Fine. Back. Shield up, here it comes. Oof. See, it didn't splash though. Oh, come on! 8% chance, hits. Eight and a hit. 20 and a hit. Fucking hell, detail. That's unlucky. Well, someone rotate him out of there. Let's maintain the formation. Yeah, backline, frontline lads there. This Ferdinand needs to move now. God, fighting so many of these later game enemies just saps my will to want to play the game. Let's not even talk about fighting the big bloody dragons, I forget what they're called. They just irritate the absolute shit out of me. He's got to kite the tail and don't go near the head. There's no reason to go near the head. You just get instantly murdered if you go near the head. Oh, and I'm just ending the turn out of irritation. Didn't even take my berserk attack. I need to stop playing. I'm too annoyed to be playing any way other than the way that's going to get my lads killed. Just waiting for them to throw another enemy at me. And I forgot to put shields up on the front line because you got to do that every turn. Fucking yawn. Look at how many there are here. We're still going to complete. That's going to take so long. Although I suppose if I had stockpiled maces and hammers, this would go a lot quicker because they definitely have the bladed and piercing weapon resistance. There's 11 turns we've had already. So one thing that I really wish that they would introduce, and I might have to find a mod for it, is that I should be able to buy crafting and alchemical components rather than having to, you know, the only way to get them is to kill the corresponding animal. Like, I should be able to buy sulfur, and I should be able to buy wolf pelts. So that way I can just farm raiders and then use that money to buy this stuff, because it's not just that these things are dangerous, it's just that it's such a slog fighting them. It also makes sense to me within the logic of the world. Like, you know, you want to fight the dragon thing, so you know, go to a taxidermist and you buy bits of dragon skin from people who have killed them before, even if it's at a huge price, and then you make, you know, the armor attachment that gives you resistance to the acid, so you at least have one guy who has a chance of tanking the acid, and then maybe you can start killing them. I mean, I certainly get the counter argument, and it's that if you allow people to buy the crafting components, like, I would never fight these things. It's just too much of a drag. Because I could and should have a little think about how to change tactics to do this more effectively, but we saw how if you go toe-to-toe with the big ones, any of your lads, even in, you know, full heavy armor, they just get one tap. I mean, all that whinging being said, you can make an argument that this kind of represents some real world tactics where your lads just have to hold and be patient, and formation being the paramount thing on the battlefield, maintaining formation and position and resisting the urge to charge your enemy. But fuck it, I think there's a low enough number of them now that there's probably only going to be one big one, and we can put one tank in contact with it with a wall up, and then we just hit it with the two tile range enemies. So then let's have the dagger lads go to whips, which, even though the whips are going to do absolutely nothing, at least they can attack from that good range. Big hairy, then I suppose, yeah, all the lads, tank lads. God, yeah, not you. But we'll let anybody who's in melee contact with us, their shield up. Oh, scary. It's not going to even damage it, is it? I'm going to kill it this turn. Yeah, it did actually damage it. Interesting. But now you're back to two of them again. Ugh, these enemies. Okay, you can damage it with a whip. That's interesting. Alright, here we go. That's so stupid that you can whip them. Ow. Still hurts like hell, this thing. Dane axes are performing beautifully. And using my lads with the whips kind of reminds me that I miss having torturers. The ability to use whips in, like, especially against an orc war boss or in a single big bad, like being able to disarm them is just amazing. Okay, so that was a fight against Ifrit. My god, that sucks. I mean, all that being said, all that complaining I've done, at the end of the day, really, I suppose it's just a reminder that the first half of that fight, while there's still a lot of them, let's say if there's going to be more than 3 of the big lads, you just sit back, let them throw enemies at you, make the 2 ranks, smash them up until there's only like 1 big one left. Then you can charge it down. But even then, it's such a bummer. Okay, so it's Vine the Bannerman. Let's see, fatigue. Oh, he's got that. Let's go to my Bannerman build real quick here. Meet Bannerman. Bags and belts. He's got quick hands and steel brow. So the Bannerman needs steel brow. What am I missing here? Student I got fortified mind. Raise morale. Rotation I don't have. Colossus I've got. Nimble I've got. Recover I've got. Polar Marsh I got. Bags and belts I got. Quick hands I got. Steel brow I got. So it's about rotation or berserk. I mean, all of the polearm lads are going to have rotation, aren't they? Yeah, so then... And Sergeant. He took rotation. He didn't take berserk. Yeah, rotation saves lives. Let's not be silly. Are those worth 2,000 gold each, the sulfurous rocks? They are worth that much. Anyways, God. Fucking miserable fighting against these things. Oh good, that was the 24 enemy support. Arena is in Karakan. Beggars. Yeah, these lads aren't even worth... Or 57 actually they get up to. Great defense. Did I say I needed a heavy armor tank lad, but he doesn't have the stars for it to be a heavy armor tank lad. Yeah. Not worth. Not worth. I mean, 8 and 2 stars. Could this be a heavy armor tank boy? So, with 3 stars in fatigue, he'll roll 4 to 5, so let's call it 45, so it's 135. That gets great fatigue. Melee defense at 2 stars, sorry, is 3 melee defense every level. So that's 30, so you'll have 38 melee defense. But the 43 melee accuracy is just fucking dreadful. With we could try something a little interesting. So with initiative and 2 stars, he's going to roll 5 every single level up. And even, I mean, should we just try? I mean, he's got 10 initiative. Do we try putting him in heavy armor, but despite that, we still give him dodge, and then we just see how high we can get his defensive numbers? And like, he's never going to hit anything because of his rubbish melee accuracy. But who gives a shit? He's just there to. This could be the defensive god that we need when it comes to the Black Monolith, and he runs off to the north by himself and then just solo. Okay, so this could be tank god, and because he is certain for death, this is Stobbie, the tank god. No, God, that is so dreadful. He's so shit. But I mean, yeah, Jero and Jelmar. Oh, I keep paying this guy every day now, 7 a day. Like, as much as I want to operate in the south to do the arena, there's no training hall around here. 6 days to the northwest, 6,500. 36 times 6, so that's almost... Fuck it, let's do it. Let's end the episode here, and when we come back, we'll go for a nice 6-day-long caravan escort. That's going to get us back into the north. But before we do this, though, why don't we do another arena fight? I don't know. I don't want to go all the way to the north. I wanted to stay in the south, but then again, I need to be training, I need to be power leveling and training my level 5 boys. How many more fights do they have? Not fights, how many more battles with extra learning? Words are hard. So the training hall is in Clivefester. Should we just honestly just do 5 battles, hit Clivefester, train them, and just keep power leveling them? I mean, money's looking okay. What's the real priority? The real priority is power leveling boys. And now, actually, here we go. Here's the priority. Okay, all right. This changes things. So we've got our bounty hunter, and honestly, I think we can replace the recruiter. Now what we can keep doing is we can keep operating around Clivefest, where we power level the lower level boys, and we just keep hitting castles or abandoned fortresses looking for legendary gear with the bounty hunter. If I were to replace the recruiter, I would replace him with what? The cartographer would pay for himself. Look out. Paymaster, definitely. Okay. That's going to save us a bit of money as well. So we're paying 314. It was 360. Good. Okay, so that's going to save us like 50 gold a day. Even more and more and more as the guys level up. And this is kind of where we're going to keep it. I mean, now it's just a case of leveling up the cart. Okay, when we come back, we will hit that arena mission, then probably take the caravan escort, depending on how far it's going to take us. Because if it's taking us all the way up here, we'll say no. We might just march all the way back to Clivefest, pay the lads at the training hall to train the lower level lads, and then just clear out, reanimate his abode, and look for more places to clear out with that battle site, that type of thing. I mean, now, it's 190 days in, I'm way behind, but now we're in the farming legendaries phase of the game. So thanks for watching, friends. I'll do my absolute best to keep doing 1 episode a day again. Like I said, I finished my studying for the year, so I'm confident I can do 1 a day. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.